Welcome back, you're watching Storyboard. This week, Vodafone launched Vodafone RED, which targets postpaid consumers with new tariff plans and other value-added services. With this, the telecom company is hoping to increase its user base of high-paying postpaid users, which at 11 million account for nearly 6% of its total user base of 170 million. We spoke to Vodafone's Ronita Mitra and Ogilvy's Rajiv Rao for the details.
Postpaid is one of the key drivers of our business at Vodafone. We have a new product, Vodafone RED, and the marketing objective is really to strengthen our leadership position in the postpaid business through Vodafone RED. There is an increasing usage of data today, okay? There is an increasing ownership of multiple devices by consumers. Now, all these collectively are working towards changing the behavior of the consumer, changing their expectations, from different brands, from different services. And therefore, there was a need for us to look at this consumer and say that, we need to offer something which is more than just a plan, okay? And therefore, offer a comprehensive package, a comprehensive service with a bundle of benefits which allows him to get all his needs addressed through one single product.
You need some kind of something which is refreshing each time, like especially this one, like Vodafone RED, we had to make a point we are launching a new product. If we had used any of our icons, it would just look like the same old thing, I don't think people would take notice. So that's why I think that it's very important for us to create a very new look for this campaign.
It's a kind of product that a consumer is not really expecting because the consumer is very familiar with plans, but this is much more than a plan. So I think at the first level, we need to create awareness for the product concept itself.
We need to create a campaign where every product works in the format. And when we got this idea, we thought this was really nice because it gave us enough opportunity to say just about anything. We might come up with Vodafone might come up with a new product which we don't even know, but we think that yes, a world like this where there are a lot of people who are always ready to help or create something new, and of course it's all about it's like a big family in a way. So we thought yes, anything actually any product can work in it without really getting into technology, without really showing technology.
There's probably an expectation mismatch with the consumer, and we are therefore getting into various channels. We have for the evolved consumer, for the digital consumer, for example, we have an online grievance management through Twitter. Okay, so for those consumers, there is a very, very swift redressal process through Twitter itself. So there are different kinds of channels of addressing customer queries. But I would say that it's probably about some expectation mismatch, because at a quantitative level and large-scale quantitative study, which is done in a fairly widespread scale, on a fairly widespread scale in the country, we actually see very good scores.
Next, let's visit the sets of the new commercial shoot for Mumbai Mirror. Yes, expectations are high since the last commercial won a gold at Cannes in 2012. We caught up with Taproot India's Agnello Dias and Cannes award-winning director Abhinay Deo to understand what the brand is trying to achieve with this new film.
हमारी गलती क्या, मैं बोलूँगा हमारी गलती है कि हम मर जाते हैं। बाबा चढ़ता है कभी कभी चढ़ने, क्या करेगा? फिर लेडीज लोग को जरा हाथ वाथ घुमा दिया तो क्या उसको न्यूज़ बना देने? ये then the next paragraph is correct. Only thing is not somebody else. चलो टेक। चढ़ जाती है, मार लिया क्या बाबा? न्यूज़ बनाओगे क्या? हेडलाइन छापोगे? अरे एक भी लड़की अभी तक कुछ बोली क्या? हम लोग कुछ भी बोली नहीं ना? इनको नहीं किया ना भाई। The biggest challenge is in front of you right now. We are sitting inside here and it's raining, pouring over there. And we've just finished our wide shot and a close-up. Brilliant takes. And now the entire pipeline and everything around is all got wet. Most definitely it's very challenging because we are shooting in locations which are very difficult locations. I mean, right now we are shooting in the the pipeline right under the Bandra flyover. Now that is as busy as it can ever get. Plus shooting during the time of Ganpati does not really help, because it's madness outside in any case. But along with the challenge comes the reward as well, which is you get some visual imagery which is Bombay City has never seen, or I mean at least the audiences have never seen Bombay City in this light.
Well, in advertising we always taught that the product is the hero, but the interpretation of the hero is different from different angles. So last year when we showed it from a point of view of the victims, then the product becomes a messiah or a savior, but from the point of view of villains, it is another villain because it stands against them. So just different ways of approaching the same hero proposition that a product needs to have.
Scenarios like this and films like this, you have to have brilliant actors. You have to have great actors because then you don't have the liberty or the luxury of having 30, 40 takes done. Here you need to kind of move really quick, and quick obviously means that they need to be, the actors need to be brilliant to deliver. So that's one. The look and feel has to be right, and you have to be prepped. You have to be very well prepped.
For any newspaper, particularly a newspaper that's a city newspaper that's closer to the ground than say a national newspaper that does not need to report stories in micro detail for a city, it's always going to be the borderline between a crusading newspaper versus a newspaper that goes at stories too hard. And the Mumbai Mirror over the years have built this equity of being either loved or hated on both sides of the coin, whichever way you look at it. And it just takes the position further, because there are people who will hate it, and they're happy that some people, particularly these kind of people, hate the paper.
That Mumbai Mirror film should be released in the coming month. Next up, we have Notice Board. Now imagine an airline brand suggesting there are better ways to travel, or a cola brand saying that you should shift to juices because they're a healthier alternative. Impossible? Well, here's a telecommunications brand ad that's saying that sometimes it's better not to use your mobile for voice, text or mail. Brilliant stuff from Ogilvy, Italy. Take a look.
Fermati un attimo, per favore. Fermo. Piano col freno, t'ho detto piano, scusa.
Capite? È la prima volta.
Va bene.
With that, it's a wrap on the show for today. Next week, watch out for our exhaustive coverage of the Curious Design Yatra. Until then, stay connected. We're on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and there's also the brands page at firstbiz.com. Until then, from everyone here, thanks for watching.